The childhood of the Prophet of Islam is so strange that it should be part of any study about Muhammad. Many of his future actions after he became an adult can be tied to certain events that happened during his childhood. Keep watching while we explain to you those events.
Welcome, friends. If you have not watched the earlier episode, I recommend that you watch that to fully appreciate this second episode. I will be posting the link to the playlist in the description box and also on the info card on the top right-hand corner. The harshness with which little Qasim was subjected to in his childhood was quite a tough one. He never ever forgave his mother for the way she put him through. There is one hadith where he says that he asked Allah to forgive his mother, but Allah did not forgive her. If you have been a regular viewer of this channel, you would have realized who exactly was this Allah. The grudge towards his mother was never over for Muhammad. Though we can understand the reason why Amina could have been so alienated from Qasim, we should also be empathetic towards the little child, as he was just a result of certain actions, but not the cause. The uncle of Muhammad was Abu Lahab. He released his concubine from slavery for the purpose of looking after Muhammad. The name of that lady was Halima. She looked after Muhammad till he was 2 years old. And then when Halima went to give back Qasim to Amina, she refused to take back her son. There is no definite reason cited for this behavior. It could also be possible that she already had another man in her life who was unwilling to take Qasim. But Islamic writers have made a twist here to tell that Halima went and asked Amina's permission to take care of the child for an additional 2 more years as her business was growing, and she thought that it was because of the presence of this child. When Muhammad was 4 years old, he got into a bigger problem. He used to get hallucinations and used to see and hear certain things in his mind. As a result, he used to get epileptic seizures and become unconscious. Sirat Ibn Hisham Volume 1 page 167 and 168 speaks of these incidents. Once while he went out with the other children of Halima for herding goats, one of the child of Halima came back running and panting, telling that the life of Qasim is in danger. Hearing this, her husband came running to little Muhammad to understand what is the problem. He saw that Muhammad was standing in a dazed state, and his face had become pale. When inquired, little Muhammad explained as follows.
2 big men came to me and cut open my chest.
Listening this, Halima's husband got worried and insisted Halima to initiate the handover of Muhammad to his mother Amina before anything severe happens. He thought that this boy has an issue with epileptic seizures caused by demonic possession. When Muhammad became an adult, he mentioned about this event in which he tried to juxtapose it as some angelic intervention. He said that 2 white-clad angels came whom he identified as Gabriel and Michael. They had a golden bowl filled with snow, did a surgery in his heart, then they extracted a black drop from it and threw it away. Then they washed his heart and his belly with that snow until they had thoroughly cleansed them. Even though this story is quite interesting, it is unbelievable because a 4-year-old child is seen as an innocent one. What kind of wicked things can be within the heart of any 4-year-old child? Moreover, a physical surgery does not remove the evil in the heart of a person. It's a character trait. If you are not an Islamic believer, it's easy to decipher it. To me, it just looks like a made-up story for the epileptic seizure of Muhammad. Even to a thinking Muslim, this story does not sound credible. Do you know why? There are instances where Satan had overpowered him. For example, the event where he was bewitched and used to think that he has had sex with his wives when he did not have it. Even according the Satanic Verses incident in Surah 53, we know that he was possessed by demonic forces. When Islamic sources itself prove the case, what more do we need to say? As a result of all these incidents, Halima handed over Muhammad to Amina. However, he could not stay long with his mother. She too passed away within 2 years of that event. From a psychological point of view, all these events would have contributed to the final person Muhammad as we know now, who was a very harsh personality. After the death of his mother, Muhammad was taken care of by his supposed grandfather Abdul Muttalib. The book Tabaqat Ibn Sa'd, Volume 1, page 134 says that he loved Muhammad more than his own sons. The child was always kept close to him. During those days, Abdul Muttalib used to sit at a prominent place near Kaaba, and he had not allowed even his other sons to sit close to him. However, he made sure that Muhammad was seated close to him. That was the love he bestowed upon Muhammad. However, the misfortune of Muhammad continued to chase him. His supposed grandfather, Abdul Muttalib, also died very soon, within 2 years, just as his mother died when Muhammad started living with her. Now again, his life started to hang in limbo. It was said that Muhammad wailed much loudly when he saw the dead body of his grandfather being taken for burial. He took a long time to come out of the shock. As a result, his uncle Abu Talib took him to stay with his family. This Abu Talib is none other than the father of Ali, who was the first Imam of Shia Islam, who also later married Fatima, the daughter of Muhammad. Abu Talib was a nice person who took great care of Muhammad and made sure that he is well taken care of. Once when Muhammad was 12 years old, Abu Talib wanted to go to Syria as part of a caravan. However, Muhammad could not resist the separation even for those few days, and hence he started wailing and crying. Seeing this, Abu Talib had a change of heart and took Muhammad also with him. You might be wondering why I am saying all these incidents in Muhammad's life. You will come to know it later. But I can give you one clue. All these people who helped Muhammad in his depravity was backstabbed by the Prophet of Islam when he became powerful. All those relatives who helped him and took care of him got the real backstab after Muhammad became a prophet at age 40. The God of Islam even went ahead and asked Muslims to cut off relationships from your parents and siblings if they do not choose to believe in your religion. You can read about that in Surah 9 verse 23. As a non-Muslim, you need to keep this in mind when you help a Muslim. They could in all probability be biting on the same hand that feeds them, just as their prophet did and taught them. You also need to know that one of Muhammad's uncle who released his slave girl Halima to help Muhammad with the breastfeeding and taking care was cursed by Muhammad. The entire Surah 111 is his curse on Abu Lahab and his wife. This is how Muhammad paid back to the one who took care of him when even his mother had rejected him. Now coming back to Abu Talib's relationship with the Prophet of Islam. After Muhammad became the Prophet of Allah, he used to get into conflicts with the Qurayshi people around that area. He also used to abuse their gods, and hence the general atmosphere around that area became quite tense. It was during this time, Abu Talib always became a mediator and calmed the nerves of the Qurayshi folks. But Abu Talib did not live much long after that. But this man Abu Talib was so good that he got a commitment from his brothers to take care of Muhammad, as his so-called new religion can be very harmful. Muhammad tried his level best to get Abu Talib to accept his new religion and confess the Shahada Kalima. However, Abu Talib refused to even consider his religion as any genuine one. Therefore, Muhammad got so angry with him that he even boycotted the burial of Abu Talib. Tabaqat says that Ali, the son of Abu Talib, said to Muhammad that your wayward uncle is dead. So what do we understand from this? Even your sons will show disrespect towards you if you do not follow their religion. Do you think that Muhammad hated these relatives just because of shirk? No. There are some other old stories as well. When Muhammad was around 25, he wanted to marry the daughter of Abu Talib. Her name was Fakita bint Abi Talib. But Abu Talib just refused that marriage proposal. According to Islamic sources, one of the primary reasons he refused was because of the poor financial condition of Muhammad. Abu Talib later got his daughter married to another person who was financially well off. However, if you have been with me throughout this episode, there is another reason why Abu Talib would have refused to get his daughter married to Muhammad. And that is the mental condition of this person, which was quite well known in their family. Why would any father get his daughter married to a person who was quite mentally unstable and aloof in his life, with no employment to feed his wife? It was a foregone conclusion. I would like to end this video with a challenge to our Muslim friends. The challenge is this: send me 5 good things practiced by Muhammad in his lifetime, which any person can follow for a better life. It has to be appealing to the conscience of all humans and should be exclusive to the life of the Prophet. I am reiterating again. These 5 things should have been practiced by the Prophet of Islam, not just said, but practiced. Go ahead and put those things in the comment section.
We have come to the end of this video. If you have liked the content, please do punch the like button and consider subscribing to the channel. Also, don't forget to click on the bell icon that will make sure that you are notified of all our latest videos. Till we meet again, may the good Lord bless you and keep you.